I believe I've mastered my mind to be the best version of myself, and that led to just making as much money as possible, as well as much abundance as possible come to me and come into my life. Around 17 or 18 years old, I was already making like $100,000, or I already had $100,000 saved up in my bank account. I think around 19 years old, I moved out my parents' crib, moved to the middle of the city of Atlanta, paying like $3,000 per month in rent. At the time for me, that was pretty crazy, but I was living that, like I was really doing that. Now, of course, things are way more higher, but at the time, I feel like, you know, I really mastered my mind, and I feel like, I mean, I still have it right now, you know what I'm saying? Like I still have that mindset right now at a larger scale. But I really mastered my mind at that time, and I want to bring this video to really like break it down exactly how I did this, so that you guys can implement the same exact thing into your life, or really into your mindset. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people think it's about the work that you put in, posting every day or working on this or working on that, but I truly don't think so, because I believe that there was a lot of times in this journey where things just came to me, where you could say coincidences, whatever you want to call it. Me, I like to call it God, I like to call it the divine, I like to call it the energy. You know what I'm saying? That just came to me. Things just came to me, and I'll just, you know, apply the work. You know, people would just reach out to me, be like, hey, you know, I got this business idea, let's work together. Boom, we make 100K just like that. You know, it was kind of easy. You know, there's a lot of mental stress, a little bit here and there. You know, there's ups and downs, but to me, it was kind of easy. You know what I'm saying? To get to this level, and I want to break that down. First things first, I want to go back to understanding just reality and how every single thing works. Everything is energy. I need people to understand that. It's not about how much work you put in, but it's about the energy that you put in that work. A lot of people have a broke mindset, or, you know, you probably don't really feel like you're worthy of, you know, making $100 million, or you probably don't feel like you're worthy of having the best body in your life, or whatever the hell it is. In order to even get there, you have to feel that within. You already have to feel like you have the money. You already have to feel like, you know, if you work in a job, you have to feel like you already quit that job. You already got to be mentally there, because I know all of y'all had moments in your life where you said something and it happened, right? You know, we talk a little bit about manifestation here and there. I just feel like social media and a lot of people just think manifestation is like this weird woo-woo thing, but I believe manifestation is something that we do every day. Like, I'm manifesting in this moment based on what I'm thinking. So, because let's break it down, right? When you manifest, what you're doing, you're thinking, right? Don't we think 24/7? So why the hell is it that you have to do something to manifest? Like, you're manifesting every second. If I sit here and I'm like, hey, I want to make $100,000 this month, or I am making $100,000 this month, I'm manifesting that right now. I don't need to write it down. I don't need to do all these different things. But regardless of the point, it's not necessarily how much work you put in. That's something that I've learned. It's about where you are within and how you feel about the goal that you're going towards, or how you feel about yourself in general. You know, I know a lot of y'all have goals. Let's just say your goal is to quit your 9-to-5 and make your first $10,000 per month. Yo, you have to feel like you already did that shit. You know what I'm saying? When you close your eyes, you have to already see it. You know, you can't be separate from your goals, saying, hey, I'm gonna make $100,000 by the end of the year. You can have that mindset, but to me, I feel like you're separate from it. Because why does it have to be far? Like, why does it have to be by the end of the year? You know, if you say, I've made $100,000, or yeah, I've made $100,000, or I am $100,000, you never know when that can come. To me, I feel like it can come a little quicker, just because everything is energy. We have to understand that everything is energy, and the more you tap into a specific vibration of what you want, the more or the quicker you're gonna get it, in my opinion. This is why I always say this. When you think of a car that you want, what happens? When you say, okay, I want this car right here, you start seeing the car every day. Why? Because you're in the frequency of that car. Now, here's the thing that people mess up at when it comes to just success and in general. A lot of people put it away from them. Oh my God, I want to make $100,000. Like, damn, bro, I just wish I could have $100,000. You're putting yourself away from it. You're saying that I wish is far. You can't grasp it. It's too far. And then we could even break down, just, I don't want to go too scientifically, but we could just break down the scientific part of what certain words and certain energy do to your body. For example, when you say, I'm nervous, your body gets in shock, because your body communicates with your mind. I don't want to get too deep, but your body communicates with your mind. So when you say, I'm nervous, your body is going to react to that. Or sometimes your body reacts before your mind. You know, this is when you have anxiety. It's like your body just feel weird, and then your mind just start being like, okay, what the fuck? Like, something about to happen, whoop-de-whoop. The thing is, you have to train your body and your mind. This is exactly what I did when I was 19 or 17, 18. This is exactly what I did every day. I would wake up, meditate. I would visualize myself being rich. I have it in my journals. I wish I could. I might show you at the end of the video, because my journals is downstairs. I'll show you every single thing I wrote down has happened so far. Every single thing I wrote down has happened so far. Why? Because every night, every day, I would take a 10-minute meditation, close my eyes, and I would live that reality. I would disappear from this reality. When I close my eyes, this is not real. I would live in my mind. How come when you watch a movie, you believe it's real? The mind don't know what's real and what's fake. When you watch a movie, you get scared, right? When you watch a movie, you get sad, right? Your mind don't know, hey, this is a movie. It doesn't know that. And when I say your mind, I mean your subconscious mind. It doesn't know that. That shit it just thinks it's real. You feel me? It just thinks it's real. So if you understand that, why don't you close your eyes? Why don't you take some time to go live in the reality that you actually want? And then when we break it down scientifically even more, because I like to break down scientific things and spiritual things, because I feel like it's just easier to grasp. Like, I don't just want to say something, y'all just like, oh my God, that shit sound woo-woo. But, you know, I like to break it down so y'all understand. When you watch a movie and you get scared, your body reacts, right? Meaning that it don't know what's real and what's fake, right? So if you close your eyes and you start dreaming your reality, your body's gonna react to that. And this is when people get excited to go get your dream. If right now you're sitting where you're at and it's hard to get up and grind, quote unquote grind, if it's hard to get up and get to your dream, there's a separation. This is your dream, this is you. There's something about this dream in your body, in your mind, that you think there's some kind of negative energy here, right? Because if I told you right now, hey bro, let's go to the nicest restaurant right now, do you have to overthink? Do you have to, I don't know, bro, right now? No, you don't. Because there's such a happy emotion to that nice restaurant. But if you want to get to a dream, but there's no positive emotion in this dream, it's more negative, you need to analyze that dream. There's something there that you're scared of. There's something there that's holding you back, that's pulling you back from actually going there. Because your body's like a machine. That shit gets what it wants. Your mind and your body's like a machine. Once you tell it what you want, it goes and get it. The only reason it won't is because you have some kind of separation from the goal to you. You think maybe you need to change something. You think you're not good enough. You think something like that, right? Because like I said, if I told you right now that anything you want in your life, you can get, and you felt that, I promise you, when you have a goal, you just go get it. It won't be, I don't know. You start procrastinating. I don't know. The problem is there's a separation there. So you have to become that person. You have to feel like that person. You have to feel like the best version of yourself every single day. The best version of yourself does not hesitate. The best version of yourself does not procrastinate. The best version of yourself don't feel like they cannot not do something. You know what I'm saying? The best version of yourself don't waste time on bullshit. The best version of yourself don't even talk to bullshit people. We gotta start really living that life, because once you live that life, you are aligned to everything, right? You can't bullshit yourself either, man. That's one thing that I understood. I had to cut so many people off. I had to stop talking to so many people. Because I understood that, hey, the version of me that I was at the time, it has this reality. It talks to these people. It goes here. It goes and eat here. It makes this amount of money. But when I cut those things off, what I did was allowed myself to become a new version of myself. Right? This is why when you change, things start falling off in your life, because it just don't align. When you start making $100,000 a month, it's hard to hang around your friend that got a 9-to-5. It's hard. Spiritually, it's hard. You can't even talk about yourself because it's like, he gonna think I'm showing off. So you gotta be like, you start feeling like, okay, let me stop. You know what I'm saying? The only way it could work is if your friend is trying to level up too. Right? Because he's tapping in a little bit into that frequency that you're in. So you could bring him, you guys can grow together. But if your friend is just over there and he's just like, this is just his real, he don't give a fuck, or he's okay with it, this is when it's hard, right? Because one second you're up here, and then you gotta dump down when you're around this person, right? This is literally why relationships fall off as you grow. This is literally why. This is why sometimes you can't talk to the same family members. This is why you can't even be in the same environment. You have to start practicing being your best self. And one of the best ways to do that, like I said, close your eyes. You can write it down, you can do whatever. To me, close your eyes and imagine it. Every morning I wake up and I even go on walks sometimes. You don't have to do it like the internet woo-woo way when they be like, oh, cross your feet and meditate. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I put my phone, I put some headphones on, I listen to Cardi, Destroy Lonely, Ken Carson. Any music that makes me feel good, I listen to it. And I'll just dream my reality. I'll dream me driving the Lambo. Right? I'll dream me making hella money, being excited making hella money. Why? Because in that moment, my mind and my body don't know what's real. So when I'm doing that, it believes that's real, meaning that it becomes normalized. It becomes familiar with that. And what end up happening is right when I open my eyes, I want that dopamine. I want that feeling that I felt. So guess what? I start taking action. It starts being exciting because guess what? Success in my body now already feels familiar and fun and good. So if it feels good and familiar and I already lived it before, my body's craving it. Your body craves dopamine, whether it's negative or positive. If you're used to criticizing yourself, judging yourself, your body's gonna crave it every time you see something. Oh my God, let me judge myself. Somebody looking at me, oh dang, he think I'm ugly, right? But when you switch it, your body start craving good dopamine. It start craving the successful dopamine. You know, you felt last night, oh my God, like I got my Lambo now, like I'm working this 6-figure business. Now your body start craving it. You start getting on the work, easy, having fun. You excited to be that person now. Like your body's literally a magnet, and I need people to understand that. That's literally something that I understood as I started going. Every day I would wake up, play some music in my ears, right? Go on walks, watch people. That's another thing I used to do. I used to watch people living a dream that I wanted, and literally what they would do, I would just replace their face with me. Literally, I would replace their face with me watching the video, and I'd be like, that's me. That's me. And you gotta start doing the same thing. Everything I do, I try to do it as the best version of myself. Like I said, your body's a familiar thing. As simple as this, if I put this phone as the best version of myself, when I get up, I'm gonna do it the best version of myself. Meaning when I'm working on my job, when I'm working my job or working on whatever business, I'm gonna do it as the best version of myself. Means already calculating how I can be the best at whatever I do. It's not calculating like a lot of y'all be like, oh my gosh, I don't know if this is gonna work. When you say that, you're calculating how it's not gonna work. Because like I said before, your mind don't know what's real and what's fake. So if you don't think you're cool, your mind don't give a fuck if it's real or fake. You don't think you're cool, and your mind is gonna prove that to you. Your body's gonna follow along with that. How do I know that? If you say you're not cool, when you get around cool people, guess what happens? You shrink, you get scared, right? Or cool people, we should say, you get scared. You start, oh, let me get away. Because you don't think you're that. But if you felt you were that, when you get around people like that, you would think they think you're that. The world is a mirror. What I feel about myself, you feel about me. To a certain extent. What I feel about myself, you feel about me. If I think I'm confident, you're probably gonna think I'm confident, or you're gonna know I'm confident and not like my confidence. And this is when you get haters, right? This is when you get people who project to you. So for example, if I think I'm the best in the world, either you're gonna think I'm the best in the world, or you're not gonna like the fact that I think I'm the best in the world, therefore you're gonna spread negativity to me. But you still think I'm the best in the world. You see what I'm saying? That's literally how reality works. Everything is a mirror. If I think I'm the richest man alive, either you're gonna believe I am, or you're not gonna like the fact that I think I am, meaning you still kind of believe it, that I think I am. You might need to rewind that. But you're not gonna like that, so therefore you're gonna project it because you don't like it. Everything is a mirror. You prove yourself to people. I feel like I genuinely brainwashed myself to not only like money, like success, like every single thing that makes me the best version of me. Wherever you're at right now, you might need to sit down. If you're working a 9 to 5, or if you just don't like your situation right now, you need to sit down and reanalyze yourself. Had to switch location, my camera is like acting up because it's getting hot as hell. When you hang around certain people, you act certain ways, right? You hang around your homie from 3rd grade, you might be a little bit more playful. You might crack a little bit more jokes, more funny jokes. When you hang around your new homie that you found while working your business, you know not to play those jokes. You know, okay, let's lock in. This nigga gonna think I'm weird. This nigga gonna think, oh, I'm not locked in, so I gotta get in this mode around this person, right? If you start hanging around Elon Musk right now, you know not to say some bullshit. You know not to say, do you goon? You know not to say that dumbass shit. You know not to say them brain rot shit. You know not to scroll on TikTok and be like, hey bro, watch this. You know not to do that. Because certain people and certain things is different vibrations. You have to stay in your vibration long enough for your reality to change. This is why when you get around people who are where you want to be, you end up being that because now you're in their vibration, right? So it's only up for you to go up to their vibration and stay there. Unless you just bullshitting, you know? If you just bullshitting, then you bullshitting. But you're in their vibration in those moments. When you hang around your parent, you dumb down a little bit more. You don't show yourself all the way. You ain't gonna pop your collar. You ain't gonna walk around like, yeah, like I'm that. You don't do that because it's respect around. You grew up having respect. So in a way, you grew up with your parents being above you. That's almost everybody. That's kind of like, you know, because we respect our parents. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gonna act that way. But that's just to show you how you have different vibrations in different places. Now, who do you want to be? Now, when you understand who you want to be, go to that vibration. Who do you want to be when you're around your parents, when you're around certain friends, when you're around friends that don't even align to you? Who do you want to be? You have to align to that version of you. And this is why I'm so heavy into closing your eyes and imagining yourself. Because when you do that, like I say, you're training your body to be that person. When you open your eyes, you already feel like that person. So now you know. It's not even that you know not to do certain things, you just don't do it because it's not in your brain. What's in your brain is what you just thought about. So you're just aligned to that, you're just going at it. You know, I can give another example. If you're struggling with an addiction right now, you just feel like you're the type of person that struggles with addiction. So therefore your whole body feels that, your whole mind feels that. So therefore you're just gonna keep doing it over and over and over until you can see yourself as somebody who doesn't do that. How you gonna do that if you can't drop it? Close your eyes, imagine it. Look at you with your addiction and be like, ew, that's disgusting. Look at you with your addiction and be like, nah, I'm gonna do something else right now. Ah, that's boring. I don't even like that no more. Ah, that shit ass. That's how you gotta start seeing yourself. And slowly but surely, your body understands that, your mind understands that, because everything is energy. Emotion stands for energy and motion. This is literally what I used and learned to get to this point in my life. And I'm still using. 2 hours ago, I just woke up. Visualize, meditate. I was in my world. I was already there. Making this video right here was inevitable. It was who I was being right when I woke up. After I did that meditation and all that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be my best self, visualize my best self. What does he do? Get up, get to it, eat healthy, had a smoothie this morning. I was already being that version of myself. This video is just a part of it. It's like, okay, I'm just setting up the camera real quick. It's just part of me. Like it's like I'm just playing the tape. This is what comes with me. All right, if you're a basketball player, what comes with you is going to eat healthy, working out, watching film. This is a part of it. It's not something you have to think about. I didn't have to think about making this video. In fact, I wasn't gonna make this video. It just popped up in my mind. Dead ass. I was over there. I was sitting over there, gazing, getting some sun. I'm like, man, I'm finna film a video. What video? I just thought of one. Boom, set up the camera, started talking. It's just part of my tape. It's not something I thought about. I gotta do this today. Oh, no, it's part of my tape. And after this, I'm gonna just go edit it and post it. It's part of my tape, right? Just like after this, I'm gonna go work on a little bit on my business, make some bands. It's part of my tape. I don't have to procrastinate. It's just part of me. I've already seen it inside. I've already seen it do well. I've already seen it be successful. It's already exciting to me. Procrastination is so hard. It's hard for me to procrastinate. Like, I know it's gonna sound corny and all that. It's hard for me to procrastinate. Why the hell would I procrastinate with what I'm procrastinating on is already gonna be successful? I've already seen it be successful, so why the fuck would I procrastinate? A lot of time you procrastinate because, like I said before, your goal and you aren't aligned. You see your goal as separate from you. You might see it as negative from you. So how the fuck you expect it to work? If you start seeing that goal right now as positive, as fun, as amazing, bro, the goal is nothing. That shit becomes fun. It becomes, okay, let's go get it. You jog into it. You ain't even speeding up. You just like, man, in fact, you not running to it, it's running to you. Cause you just gonna start doing things. Okay, I wanna be successful. I wanna start a business. Shit, you just start randomly. I'll just start a business on YouTube. Then some random shit pop up. I'm finna just start that. Next thing you know, you find somebody that does that thing. Now he talking to you, giving you more sauce. You like, damn. Next thing you know, a month from now, you done started the business. You up 5K. It's effortless when you're aligned to it. If you're not aligned to it, this is when you have problems. Because in your mind, you're saying you want it, but in your body, in your whole being, there's a negative emotion to it. Energy and motion, emotion, everything is energy. We have to start understanding that. When you raise yourself, to being the best version of you, when you raise yourself to being the version of you that you want to be, whatever goal, everything shifts in your reality in that way. Just like when you say, I want this car, and you start seeing it every day, you have tapped into that energy. So now you're gonna see the car everywhere. You're like, man, that's my favorite color. Now you start seeing it everywhere, right? Why is that? Because you're in that vibration. That's where you're at now. That's the energy that you're in. You have to do the same thing, not just for a car, not just for your favorite color, but for your whole life, for your whole dream, for the girl you want, everything. You have to, for the friends you want, you have to start feeling that way. How do you want your friends to treat you? How do you want to be around your friend? Close your eyes and imagine it. When you open your eyes and your friend's not acting that way, you're gonna be like, man, what y'all, bro? That's not me. It's just not fun. Like, it's disgusting. But then when you meet somebody that's acting that way, which they are, because you have tapped into that energy, you're gonna meet somebody like that. It's just like, damn, that's familiar right there. Let's go. You're programmed to think that way. And that's literally exactly what I used to get to this exact level in my life. Everything that I see, everything that I am, everything that comes to me, I was already it. I didn't have to change. How the fuck do you want $100 million, but you don't think you can make $100 million? When you make $100 million, you're gonna lose it. The lottery, we see this all the time. Why do you think people lose the money that they made from the lottery? You were never it. You were still broke, but you wanted $100 million. You got the $100 million, but you're not it at the core. So therefore, you're not even gonna know how to manage the $100 million. You might get scammed. Somebody might come in. Everything is energy. So in a way, you don't know how you're gonna lose that $100 million, but I promise you, you will if you're not it. Because everything is energy. That $100 million is energy. And if you don't hold the $100 million energy, it's gonna spread away because it can't be around you. It repels. You gotta get familiar with what we want internally. If you want to be the coolest person on the earth, start feeling like it. Start visualizing yourself being that person. Start visualizing people talking to you that way. I have done this over and over, y'all. This is not bullshit. This is literally what I do. You do it all the time. You just don't notice it. Just like I'm saying it in a positive way, you're doing it in a negative way. You wake up every day, I don't know, man. This is gonna be hard. Like, I don't know. Like, is this person is just gonna do this? Everything, you have done it. You are manifesting it. You are being that person. When you say, oh my God, I don't know if he's gonna like me. I don't know, this person gonna do me dirty. And then it happens. You were being it. You created it. That's who you were being in this moment. Therefore, it's gonna happen. It's gonna proceed. Everything is internal. Kingdom of heaven is within. For everybody that's in religion, the kingdom of heaven is within. What does that mean? The kingdom of heaven is within. Everything is within. It's not out here. Y'all tend to look out here and be like, oh my God, my life, it's in here. It started here to be out here. This jacket right here, somebody started in here and now it's out here. They created it in their head and then it's out here now. Everything is within. The hat, where was it made from? Internally. Then it came out. Just like you. Why the fuck you broke? It ain't got to do with your job. It's internally. It's how you think. It's who you're being. If you switch and be like, man, from now I'm the richest nigga alive. I'm like, you live that life. You don't just say you live that life. You will start getting ideas within and being like, nah, this don't align. How many of y'all have ever said something like, man, I'm done doing something, and then somebody around who doesn't come around and you like, bro, watch out, bro. It's like you feel disgusting because within you have shifted. Meaning that anything to do with that old thing, you can't be around it no more. You have shifted within. It's all within, y'all. You have to become the best version of yourself. You know you do. You know it internally, you have to. Start closing your eyes and seeing the success, seeing you being that version of yourself. Seeing it go well instead of going back. Start seeing it go well. Cut everything off that don't have to do with that energy and watch everything change. I've done it. You could do it too. At the end of this video, I want everybody to go in the description down below and say, I am this. Don't write your present moment, because your present moment is really gonna be your future moment. You know, your reality is just past history of your thoughts. Your reality is just the history of your thoughts. So if you want something new in this present moment, you have to start thinking new. So I want all y'all in the comments down below to go write down, I am this, in the comments down below. Write down who you are, write down how your life is. I don't give a fuck if it's a paragraph. Write it down. What do you do when you wake up? What do you do in the middle of the day? You know, who do you hang out with? How much money do you make per month? Whatever it is, write it down. Become the best version of yourself. Right? You have to. Ain't no maybe. You have to right now. After watching this video, this is a shift. This is the change. From now on, you're that version. Everything else that has to do that, cut it off. You know what it is. Your body knows. Cut it off. It's done after watching this video. It's over.